In the meantime, on the left, we have Sam Moore on Stifle Knot and Oliver Vegley on Goblins. So Sam, CEDH grinder primarily, and Madison local, and Oliver, a mainstay of the legacy scene. I think he's an Eternal Weekend top 16. So great players. Looks like we've got just a mount and a Mogg fanatic from Oliver.
A fantastic start, nonetheless. All right.
So, in general, the Goblins versus Stifle Knot is kind of one of these classic 2 Tier 1 decks matchups. What do you typically see as the strategic kind of plans we look for out of each of these 2 decks?
Absolutely. Well, I had the pleasure of a long time ago playing this matchup in a finals, and it's, force, at least game 1 is, can that Dreadnought come down as early as possible? They have a really hard time game 1 focusing on getting that done. And then it's really, from the Dreadnought side, that I think that's just how life is. Can I get down a Dreadnought and protect it?
For sure. There's not a lot of interaction, at least in the mono blue versions, to kill things like Goblin Lackey. Looks like we have a Skirk Prospector on 2 from Oliver.
Mm-hmm.
Sam's kind of looks like we've got a Dreadnought, 2 Islands, Daze, Portent, and Foil from Sam. It's a bit of a tricky spot. I think that the biggest things I'm thinking about from Sam's side, if we think about what might be occurring, is Sam really needs to just find that second piece of the combo, since there's not a lot to do. Mishra's Factory, though, that can certainly block some creatures, but can be a bit wary with the Mogg Fanatic in play.
Yes, it can. Now, we have, thanks to Spice Rack GG, we do have deck lists, and we can also take a look at those throughout the day. Do we know, is Sam on a version with... Oh, well, never mind, it's right there. I don't have to look. Just came down.
Yeah.
All right, so Factory was one of those big reintroductions to Stifle Knot that can help in this matchup.
Yeah, it certainly has range when you're not playing a white version with Plow. We see a hard cast Daze from... we see Counterspell from Sam.
You know what? I honestly liked the Daze, float a mana bounce Daze, see if you can get him to sack a goblin to pay for that War Chief.
And then counter it.
Yeah.
I agree. I think that cutting off some of the mana is important.
And I can go ahead and take a look at Oliver's Goblins deck list here, see if there's any sort of spiciness in our life. Oliver, just an accomplished player all around.
Yeah, he has an Eternal Weekend top 16. Has top 8 at a bunch of local pre-modern tournaments.
Yep. Out of Milwaukee, so one of that crew. Speaking of shouting out Milwaukee, an event coming up at the Mana Vault later this month.
We love that. We see Sam shuffled the Portent. Portent, one of those really skill testing cards where you have to really effectively arrange your cantrips.
Yes.
See Oliver getting into the red zone with those gobos.
Can you ever complain about getting into a proper red zone?
Never can. It is curious. Oliver does have a lot of that's a bit of a rough play. Cycling Gem Palm on the Factory. That's a lot of value for Oliver. It's going to be tricky to come back. And again, Sam's at 15. That chip damage is all of it's going to count, especially if we can get something big like a pile driver or something into play.
Yes, pile driver is going to be a rough one to deal with.
Oh, and we see so this is we see the explosiveness out of Stifle Knot. After Gush, we see a Dreadnought.
The shrimp alive and well.
It is a tricky spot where Oliver does have Naturalize, but one of the problems with the Goblins deck is the number of green sources makes it such that you don't always have it. And Oliver's got a lot of mountains.
Yes, he's got a lot of mountains. How do you get through this? So this is going to be a
siege gang.
So I wonder what this is playing into. The reason I say this is Sam accidentally revealed that Daze earlier, and I know the Prospector's there, but I still like daze this and make him sacrifice a goblin.
So we see a sacrifice day. Oh, we see a hard cast days. Oliver thinking. Sacks a lackey to pay for days.
That's interesting.
And then pitch cast foil to counter Siege Gang Commander. Very interesting.
Okay.
So Dreadnought coming in. We see Portent and second foil. This is over.
Yeah,
it's all over.
It's done.
Yep.
Okay.
We see the power of the Dreadnought deck being able to draw itself out of these situations just by getting the right the right answers.
Yeah, a few green guys versus big shrimp. What a battle!
No, I mean, look, there were places there. I think Oliver may have had game if instead he held Siege Gang and waited for Dreadnought to attack, get in with Goblin Lackey, and put it in under counter magic, and that gives you some toughness to work with.
Yep.
But again, very, very tight game, and Sam found the nuts with foil.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes the shrimp does what the shrimp does. Now, sideboarding makes this interesting. Let's go ahead and take a look at Oliver's list here. So in the sideboard, he has some more naturalizes. He has 2 more naturalizes, 2 red blasts.
4 blasts.
4 blasts. So he's got 8 pieces of interaction.
Post board. Plus Tinkerer.
Tinkerer.
So this is where you see things kind of flip. Where, and can we pull up Sam's sideboard just to take a look?
We certainly can.
Because depending on the plan.
No, he's got some powder kegs.
2 kegs. 1 flare. 1 dominate. 2 blasts.
What?
1 future sight in the board for Sam. This is not the matchup that is coming in against.
No, it's not, but it's still sexy.
Yeah, it's very cool. So 2 Chain of Vapor probably also coming in.
Mm-hmm. Do you think Dominate at all comes in too slow?
It's much too slow. I think this particular build looks like it's playing. It's pretty close to like an old Raska list. Only 7 pieces, notably, of the Stifle Knot combo in the main.
Okay.
Only 3 copies of Vision Charm instead of 4.
Really? I haven't seen that in a while.
It's a curious choice. I think it makes sense if you want to be able to play a more controlling game out of the board, which this seems like it's able to. It looks like Sam's really made some of those decisions to emphasize being able to play better against control decks.
Yep, so we're bringing in Blast, 2 chains, so that's 4, Essence Flare 5.
And that's and maybe the kegs.
So maybe up to 7 cards.
Yeah, but and Day is much worse on the draw. I think that Oliver is well positioned post board to take advantage of this because we have a full 9 pieces of interaction.
Yes.
I would expect Oliver to be mulliganing or playing either a Gear 1 kind of aggressive.
Just try and
get a lackey into play,
Yeah.
or play this more controlling passive game with blasts.
I almost feel like the controlling game is better. Like, Lackey's great, but Sam has a decent amount he brings in that combats Lackey.
Notably, Sam's also playing a build that doesn't have as much raw card advantage post board compared to some of these other lists. There's no accumulated knowledge, and there's the sideboard is not necessarily configured in a way to combat this very controlling game against goblins.
Agreed.
Not really respecting red with only 2 blasts, but
I mean, who respects red?
I at this point in my life, I always respect the red deck.
Yes, indeed.
Looks like we see a keep from Oliver, Carplucin Forest into Skirk Prospector. Says
Skirky.
go.
Let's go, Skirk man. Skirk, a card that I still feel people continue to undervalue in Goblins.
100%.
That card's scary.
We get in with the Skirk, and we see Rishadan Port, and one of the most dangerous cards to see from the Dreadnought side, Goblin Pile Driver.
Yes.
You cannot do shit against this once it is in play.
There's days.
What?
Oh, he stifled the trigger.
You cannot do that.
All right.
We need to stop the match.
Yep. Go ahead. Just go ahead and run in there.
All right. Let me. Oh, 1 minute. Tell Fritz to stop.
Yeah, because it's a mana ability, right?
On coverage, yeah. It's fine.
Just
There's nothing we can do at this point.
all right. So notably, for those who are interested, why we're saying that the ability on Skirk Prosper is considered a mana ability, in which is not, I believe, stifleable at all.
Correct. So, give us just a sec. We're going to go on mute for a minute.
Yep. We'll be right back, folks. All right, we are back.
Sorry about that, folks.
Sorry, we're back. We're going to go very quickly on mute for a second. All right, guys. Sorry. As with almost any event, some interesting things happen. We try and catch things as best we can. Eventually, we'll get to the point where we're big enough where we have a feature table judge.
Yeah, we'll have 5 people, but
so yes, you cannot stifle a Skirk Prospector activation. It is unfortunate in this case that it stopped a pile driver.
But there's nothing we
There's
can do.
nothing we can
point.
truly do to get. It's unfortunate.
Yeah. It looks like the judge has communicated that there isn't a real way to fix this, but wanted to clarify the rules so that things don't get any worse and this doesn't happen again.
Yeah. Oh, well, we're back anyway, so...
Magic is a hard game. We don't blame our players, but...
And it's not intuitive when you look at, like, a Skirk Prospector and doing it, like... It's almost like any other ability.
Yeah, it looks like it's an ability. For those, we're not going to get too detailed into the Magic rules, but for context, there's 3 main there's activated abilities, triggered abilities, and then mana abilities, which are abilities that make mana don't have targets. And there's like one other carve out that defines a mana ability in the rules, and they don't use the stack notably. So Skirk Prospector actually doesn't use the stack at all.
Yes. So they've been informed. It is, one of those things where, oops, here's life.
We have to move on.
Yep. So, carrying on here with the match, it was easy.
Yeah, that's fair.
Our floor judge saying our last month was easy. It was very smooth sailing. There was very
well. It was also easy because the coverage desk was right next to the feature match, so we could scream, "Stop the match!"
Yeah. We'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out. It's all good.
All right. So one of us probably should have just got up and ran into the room.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like I'm not much of a runner though. Well, I got to level with you.
That's fair.
Maybe a brisk walk.
I got 1 sprint in me. So, all right. So match still going.
Looks like Sam is putting a Dreadnought on the stack. Activates Vision Charm. Vision Charm goes off. We see a draw step.
Alright. Moving forward.
Looks like Oliver has a bunch of good goblins in hand, but not a lot of game against a Dreadnought right now, which is a little rough.
Yeah.
We see draw maybe 4 cards for him.
I mean,
And that is draw 2 cards.
Yep. Yep, and they go on the bottom. There's a lackey.
There's a lackey.
And then just, get him. Get in as quick as you can. Don't know why he didn't attack. Yeah. Yeah, agreed. Alright, so untapping here.
Dreadnought attack, Oliver at 5. He really needs
an answer.
An answer. It's not looking great for him, but Lackey can put some power and toughness into play. Oh, this is interesting. So, War Chief, he might have enough power and toughness to just kill him.
Okay. Does he have another pile driver in play?
He's got pile driver in his hand.
He has a counter spell in hand.
79.
Notably, he needs one more. No, because he can't move past the attack anyway. He has a counter spell in hand, which is. I mean, I think he's probably. Well. That's 2, 4, 6.
It's 15.
8,
it's 15.
See, here's something interesting that makes this different, because I do not know what happened, but last turn when he played the ringleader, he did not attack.
Mm-hmm.
But that would have been 3 points of damage with the ringleader and the matron, which would have made this lethal. But again, it's still not easy because he's got a factory.
Oh, that does make this tricky.
I didn't quite see it sneaking at the bottom there.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I think this is Oliver in an unfortunate spot. I think this really does change if we end up following the rules, but there's nothing we can do now.
Yes, it is. I don't think you could make an argument with how close this game is that the pile driver would not have had an effect on this match.
And Oliver scoops it up. I don't know why he did that. I did see the line where he attacks with Lackey, puts in Siege Gang, and blocks for 12.
Yes.
But it looks like
if he just blocks with Lackey, he just blocks the Lackey with
with the factory.
So no, that's
looks like that is our match against. We see the power of Stifle Knot once again. We do have a backup match between Jessica Robertson and Jamal. Jessica, a regular to our monthly series, yep. And Jamal, who was at our last one playing Broccoli Soup.
Yeah, so
we'll get them all set up, and then
yep, and we'll be right back.
Move them in. because it's necessary for the combo, but you're happy to play that card out and block with it in the meantime.
You may have been accidentally muted.
I was indeed muted.
Well, you're still wonderful. I heard the commentary. We're back.
We are back, folks. Had some technical difficulties, needed to get our next matchup, but looks like Win has disenchanted the relevant card in Survival of the Fittest and grew Quirion Dryad. So, Will, who's the beatdown typically between Groatok and Alurin?
It has to be Groatok, right?
I
mean, maybe?
I'm not sure. I think that typically the deck with all of the counter spells and control cards is the control deck, but
yeah,
I mean, like, unfortunately, I think this might be a rough matchup for Alurin, but if Adam can sneak in Alurin under a counterspell without a disenchant, and just with one creature, he can potentially go off. But it is a tricky spot. We see Win with the great hand of Gush, 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 Gush.
I mean, the best hand you're ever going to see.
Stephen Menindi approved. Unfortunately, there isn't a fast one in this format to help make it work. This Quirion Dryad is we are now attempting worm stats.
He's a hefty boy. He's going to get even heftier here, I think.
Yeah, I think we're going to see some cantrip playing, 2 blue floating.
Mm-hmm. I mean, yeah.
He's like, I'm gonna just tap this island anyways, even though I have 2 floating.
He's just
power move from Win.
Move.
We see plow, fire ice. Do you think he keeps this?
I think he just.
I think I want to hold up plow typically.
I'm just not understanding the tapping the mana. Like, it just limits what he can do, because, like, he could have. I don't know.
Well, we have moved phases so that 2 blue doesn't exist anymore.
Cool. It swung. That's a hefty boy. I mean, he's in a good position. I think he was Win was relatively very, very loose with those counter spells. I don't know, like...
See, this is what I was just talking about earlier, how if you can land an Alurin through a counter spell, like, this is the kind of spot that Win's in trouble.
Win's not in a good place. Now, okay, so we could see an interesting thing here, though, about stack interaction. Like, say Adam goes off, but Win has a way to kind of disrupt. If not done correctly on both sides, it gets real funky.
It can get really weird. Well, and especially between Raven Familiar and your Cavern Harpy and stuff. Mm-hmm. Stuff having flash. You got to figure out your spot. But
now, how many cards did Adam have in his hand?
He's down to 2 cards in hand.
I almost wondered why did he. I didn't know where it was at, but I almost would have portented Adam if he was down to 1 card in hand and you had the Quirion.
You had the Dryad. That's very possible to try and cut off a draw step. It looks like Adam's in check.
Yeah, he's gonna. I don't know. I mean,
flash in Wall of Roots with Alurin.
Adam was so common; he was almost ready to tap the mana to play it.
We see plow target Wall of Roots.
Womp. And I'm thinking about this plow coming in. Notably, no life gained from this plow.
That is pretty relevant.
I don't know how many times we really get to say that, but it's a thing. Yeah.
Right.
That's a plow. Mana War.
Plow does indeed exile Mana War, but Mana War bounces Quirion Dryad. We see float 2. Gush.
I think Win.
Foil counterspell. Neither foil nor counterspell.
Yuck.
This is the kind of gameplay I come to the format for.
Now Alurin. I can't believe I'm asking this. Is it both players can play the creatures?
Yes.
he drew a meddling mage. He could meddling mage in like name.
He unfortunately that is not how this works because Man of War is already on the stack.
No. Like he bounced. Like Man of War happens. He bounces. Queering fine. But he could just like put in a meddling mage.
Name Cavern Harpy, and then he can't go off.
Yeah. Okay, so this is actual Magic. None of this two mana to make a 12/12 business.
No, this is great, fantastic.
Yes. All right, so a lot of thinking going on here. What?
Oh, he is cycling the Fire Ice to see if he can find a counterspell for this Man of War.
Yeah, it's a... Notably, go ahead and replay your Dryad. It's free.
Play Dryad, play Meddling Mage,
It's
grow
free.
Dryad, go.
Homie G, it's free.
It's free real estate, bud.
I feel like Win might need to know that Alurin might be a reader here.
Well, so Win is a legacy player.
Okay, so we know.
So
okay.
Win, I would
should
imagine
know.
Win knows that, but neither were cast, so.
Okay. Yeah.
It's very possible that Win's like, I want to hold these cards in hand to see what's going on, and we see Meddling Mage from Alurin's side.
So, respond, put in Dryad. What are you doing? Okay. I'm starting to think that Win may have forgotten it's symmetrical.
That's possible, but I do want to give Win the benefit of the doubt.
Sure. I will trust you because you know him better than I. Yeah, okay.
Win has decided to name Quarian Dryad with Meddling Mage. Banger.
Yes.
Alurin has opted to trust in their long game, and Man of War deciding to hold back and not get in for an attack here.
Yes. Matches must go on as long as possible.
Yeah, this is fine. We got plenty of time.
Yeah, we got 16 minutes. We're good. Well, they haven't finished a match yet, so... or a game yet, so... maybe not.
They haven't finished a game yet?
No, I don't think so. He did not tell me what their match record was.
When thinking through on what, and Win decides to pass. It's I'm surprised that Win doesn't want to cast the Meddling Mage just to have a blocker of some kind, but
I mean, they're at the table. We are in the booth. One of us recovering from coffees, the other of us chomping on pizza for great coverage. It's great times.
Yeah, the very professional stream, as we call it.
Absolutely.
Okay, plow target, Meddling Mage naming Quarian, or targeting, naming Quarian Dryad.
Yep.
Adam says that's fine. I'll gain some life. Win draws.
Why not flash it in at the end of your turn?
I think we can just say that Win may have forgotten at this point.
Okay. So
I think we've seen sufficient evidence to the contrary.
I mean, I can't say anything. I've forgotten many silly things in Magic.
No, that someone's letting me do commentary after going 1-2 drop at Eternal Weekend pre-modern is
Yeah.
I mean, incredible why they even let me in the booth.
There's an unfortunate thing for us here in the booth, though, and you audience, that there's going to be I don't believe there's any stasis in the room, so Noah can't tell you about his love for stasis.
Oh, I had a great time playing against Stasis at Eternal Weekend.
This is a much spicier matchup than stasis.
Yeah, no, this is fun. There's cool cards on both sides
Cool
of the
cards,
table.
things are happening.
Win decides to fetch Island.
Gotta keep up that gush islandies, I guess. A lot of commons. Mana almost irrelevant at this point in many ways. Well, at least on Adam's side, I suppose.
Play Island. We see cast Quarian Dryad. I see Manowar, Spike Feeder from Adam's hand.
You know what I've always wondered a little bit from Allurin?
What's
Why
that?
do they not play it? Play a single like brain freeze in the board.
Well, you think every blue deck should play some number of copies of Brain Freeze
Am I
between
wrong?
the main deck and the sideboard? I think you might be wrong. I'm not sure
But just
yet.
imagine the scenario: Mana War, bounce Mana War, bounce Mana War, bounce Mana War, brain freeze you, win.
I guess you do have Infinite Storm.
Yes, you do. I may be wrong 98% of the time.
I can at least see a reason.
Yeah. See, we are slowly percolating the idea in the brain. Here comes a Spike Feeder. And now we might be getting to the point where commonly, or was coined at a Misty Mountain event, Bug Garbo Beats
Bug Garbo Beats.
is where we may be getting to.
Or I think this is Bant Garbo Beats because we're playing white.
I'm going to pretend like it's Bug because it flows off the tongue better.
Yeah.
Yeah. But Spike Feeder nonetheless coming down.
Meddling Mage, Scribbling.
What? Cavern Herb?
Cavern Harpy, it looks like.
Yeah.
We appreciate the assistance from the players in making this stream coherent.
Yes.
We will further make it less so.
We have none of us are drinking today, so
Yeah, no.
we're good.
I might have a beer before top 8. We're not sure.
Maybe. I'm going to have one of these Delta Lab ginger ales or root beers.
Oh,
here
yeah,
soon.
I'm definitely going to have a ginger beer. That sounds real good.
Good for the throat.
Chat, what is your favorite soda in the world? What do you like to sip on when you're playing Magic with the fellas, with the ladies? For those of you who have who play with your wives, with your girlfriends.
I was wondering how you were going to finish that sentence. I was just kind of letting you flow through it.
There's plenty of pre-modern ladies. We have some of them here today.
All right. So an interesting thing here is the Spike Feeder. There's a line in which he can, move a count over, bounce it with a Mana War, replay it, and eventually get a creature that's just bigger.
Yeah, there's some sizing stuff that can be done. I think I want to move a counter now.
Just move it over now.
In response to this Meddling Mage, because I'm nervous as to what Meddling Mage names here.
I wonder. So you've got Harpy. I feel like you probably name
I could see Swords to Plowshares.
swords. I mean, does the Bant run the swords?
There's a plow in
plow?
Adam's Graveyard.
Okay, so there is a plow. So you name that. You cut off yours. I wonder if you just name I wonder if you name Mana War. Honestly,
You could name Mana War here. That is your bouncy castle creature.
because the Allurin's already there. So whatever.
We see. Wall of Roots. I can. This is a reasonable name from Win here. I like that. Win concerned about blocking from his opponent primarily, wanting to make I'm winning the life total race. I want to get this over with. That's what Win's saying with this play.
Notably paid mana for the Meddling Mage.
Yeah.
Is Win a good sport where we can rib him a little bit after the match, just a tiny bit?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, I just don't know well enough.
Yeah. I mean, it's the first thing I'm going to ask him when I'm off the stream.
It's like, oh, Adam's probably over there like, cool.
Land. You don't want more lands once you're at about 4 or 5 mana sources and grow its hog. So we're going to see a shuffle.
Yeah, we are. I mean, yes. I'm trying to think of interesting things to input right now, but now it's just like play creatures on the board, get derpy.
Well, and Win has the Abyss in play right now with Quirion Dryad.
Agreed. I suppose maybe that was a reason where swords should have been named, so we can't swords the Dryad.
Swords the Dryad. It really is the critical creature right now.
Yeah. But no, as our players are thinking through, we are hitting an excellent stride. 25 people today at the event at the awesome Delta Beer Lab.
Yeah, we're our first invitational qualifier.
And people seem to be excited about the idea of this invitational. There was some good applause going on when we were talking about it.
The room is hyped. The room is very hyped.
Absolutely. All right, in comes a Dryad. Block with Mana War. Yeah, Mana War, bounce by Mana War. Infinite block for the Dryad.
This has to get counterspelled here. Like, you can't let this continue on.
But we want it to.
I mean, it'd be funny. It'd be really funny, but... No.
How about no? Did he pay the 2 mana for
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, he did. He tapped in a really odd manner that made me very confused for a second.
Yeah, unfortunately, Adam seems to be running out of gas here, even with the potential life gain from this spike feeder.
Yeah. Playing on, going hard. Just gas upon gas in Min's hand right now.
And we're going to see some of the value of having all the cantrips in the Groatog deck here with First and Opt, and this Dryad is really getting into Plow
or Bust.
Plow or Abyss range. I see worlds where like I'm fire icing this. I'm icing this spike feeder here
just to get the damage through. Yeah.
Well, enforcing the issue.
Yeah.
We see Gush
floating a mana. He big. I think that's exactly what we're gonna see.
And we see second draw and the Tog.
Oh,
Tog might have been exactly the card that Win wanted to see here. Really could close up this game.
yeah.
Island. That's 1, 2, 3. And Dr. Teeth is in office.
I swear. Swing.
Yoink.
I mean, spending the mana.
And we see put 2 counters on your Quarian Dryad, GG. And we see the allure, and by the way, you could have cast your creatures for free as well.
And Win's like, oh, things.
Good to know for next time.
So I think we don't know what game that was, by the way.
No, I'm not sure. This looks like post-game chatter, I think.